And Natasha told me bluntly, she said, babe, there was nothing like sexual harassment. I was shocked. To be honest with you guys, I broke down. Because if you check my page, I was already fighting. If you go and see the things I posted about that man, the Senate president, you'll cry for him. I was fighting. I had contacted UN agencies because I'm a member of the UN Council. I've contacted everyone. I'm the president of TUFF, the Unique Family Foundation, that has UN successors and the rest of them in the United States. Honestly, I took the battle. Go check my page. I didn't erase anything. I left everything there. I was out to fight for Natasha. I was ready for the battle against the Senate president. So when she now started explaining things to me, in the course of the explanation, she was so relaxed. She was so calm. She opened up a lot of things to me. Our conversation wasn't just one or two, which the security agencies have already verified. And she was bold enough to tell me that she has paid Dr. Obi Ezekwesili, that she recruited Dr. Obi Ezekwesili, that's not a big deal, I can do it. I said, did you tell Dr. Obi that these things are not true? She said, they know. We are women. We can't let these men be doing this to us. We have to fight.
It don't happen again. Professor Mbeke have exposed a shocking revelation about Natasha. This US-based activist alleges that Senator Natasha offered her a sum of 200 million naira just for her to frame Akpabio for organ harvesting. My people, I have been stalking waiting this woman to talk all this while. She even went on the live section where she exposed this. According to this lady, she said that Natasha offered her 200 million naira just for her to falsely accuse Senate President Akpabio for organ harvesting and link him to a past murder wreck case. In a Facebook live broadcast on Thursday, Duru displayed call logs, voice recordings, and WhatsApp messages claiming they reveal Natasha's attempt to fabricate allegations against Akpabio after her earlier claims of sexual harassment allegedly failed to gain traction. According to this woman, she said that she submitted the evidence to authorities in the US and other authorities for forensic analysis and urged international agencies and the Nigerian police to investigate the senator's action. She also questioned Natasha's knowledge of the 2021 death of Inyobong Umoren, noting that a prior autopsy found no evidence of organ harvesting. According to Duru, Natasha allegedly admitted she had no evidence of sexual harassment and was driven by political motives, including the goal of removing what she called the Yoruba government. She also claimed Natasha had been promised the Kogi State governorship or the position of Minister of Petroleum if she succeeded in forcing Akpabio to resign. Duru accused the senator of being dishonest, manipulative, and driven by a desire to destroy men, adding that Natasha had also insulted prominent figures like Dr. Obi Ezekwesili in their private conversation. This was indeed a deadly revealing. This is Natasha versus Professor Mbeke. According to this woman, she said that they did not even know each other, that both she and Natasha have not even seen each other for once. So when Natasha was recruiting people to do her dirty job for her, she reached out to Dr. Mbeke. She told her she had no evidence to show for sexual harassment, that she was just out to bring him down. As that has not done the job, she would want the prof to start one on the murder of a girl who died 3 years ago and say it is Akpabio who killed her. This Professor Mbeke now asked Natasha this basic question: do you have evidence for this other one too? She said no. Then Natasha added, I will give you, Professor Mbeke, 200 million naira or $200,000 if you prefer to do that hatched job. go to Professor Mboke for all the evidence. Natasha is indeed evil and deep. Some of you have felt to, although this woman is coming and she's giving evidence. Do you understand? This is what you are alleging and you are dropping evidence, factual evidence, not just, let's say, mere allegation or mere falsehood. Just saying, just for Mary saying, this woman is dropping it as she's saying. If you guys have been following up on this Professor Mboke's, exposition about our own Senator Natasha, I have dropped some of her audio voice recording, her calls, Natasha's voice calls and audio, records that she sent via WhatsApp, and we had the way she was even smiling, jubilating. Whereas this is someone that has drawn national interest all over, in fact, almost all over the world, because she went ahead, going internationally because of this case between her and Akpabio. My correct people, them as see they hot. This woman is not backing down. She has equally extended this exposition to Dr. Ruben Abatio. As see they hot, Casaladon they pause. She said Dr. Ruben Abatio, from journalist to hired useful idiot. Arise TV, a national disgrace in broadcast media. Anywhere I am focused, I will take care of you when I am completely done with Natasha. To Arise TV, Dr. Ruben Abatim, Obi Ezekwesili, G and the H, and the growing league of old and new useful idiots. Let's ask your darling heroine, Natasha Akpoti Uduahan, a few simple but revealing questions. Is her registered phone number with the telecommunications company also fake now? Was her registered phone number just a digital ghost? Is the recorded voice where she shamelessly urges another woman to join her in her next fabricated allegation, and this time of organ harvesting against the senior president of Nigeria, and now being dismissed as AI generated too? I am ahead of you all, and I can see that you are all educated illiterates. Her latest attempt to manipulate the public and weaponize gender advocacy has failed, not because she was silenced, but because she has no evidence against Senator Akpabio, who happens to be the senior president of the country. Nothing, because sexual harassment never happened and she knows it. So let's ask, why did Natasha send her crew of distractors, her useful idiot, to the Senate committee hearing room? Not to present evidence, not to demand justice, but to deliberately disrupt the proceedings and derail the committee's work. Is that how truth fights for justice? No. Of course, that is how falsehood hides from accountability. And now she's recklessly dragging the tragic death of Iniobong Umoren into her baseless narrative. Let's be clear, Umoren was murdered in 2021, and all the official investigations have no link to organ harvesting. Natasha's wild claim fall apart under scrutiny. Even basic science disproves her. Human kidneys cannot be preserved and shipped abroad like cartons of frozen goods. This isn't just ignorance. It is a deliberate campaign of disinformation, and it is quite dangerous. When lies collapse, only fools continue to stand in denial. Now to Dr. Ruben Abati, the latest useful idiot. You attempt to discredit my person with false claims and deliberate distortion will not go unanswered. But unlike your chaotic media tactics, I move with strategic and fact. I will deal with your misinformation campaign when Natasha chapter is closed, and I will do it lawfully, thoroughly, and publicly. This woman is not even backing down, my people. For the record, according to her, you first met me at President Olusegun Obasanjo's Africa Leadership Forum in Otta, in the company of Femi Awoyemi, Chief Emeka Okengwu, Busola Obasanjo, Ayodele Aderinwale, MJ Walker, and others. You were so impressed with my work and vision that you joined the board of my widely respected non-profit organization, Pre-Adult Affairs Organization. Then you were working at the Guardian newspaper as then chairman editorial board in Lagos State, Nigeria. So let me correct the lies. I have never worked for any news agency in Nigeria or elsewhere. I have never been employed by any magazine or media platform, and I do not deal in propaganda. I deal in facts. I think I'm in love with this lady, this Sandra of a lady. I'm really getting, in love with all the things that she is doing, which is why I'm suing you, according to this doctor, Professor Mbeke. She said that she's suing Dr. Ruben Abati of Arise News for defamation and false information because he who alleges must prove. And that is fact. Like our own Senator Natasha has been alleging that Akpabio harassed him, sexually. And people have been asking her, Madam, please, can you vividly, present your evidence so that the court of law can easily, take it off from there, against Senator Akpabio. But all this way, it has just been a mere fabrication without any iota evidence of, to back up her claims. So now this woman is now going against both Senator Natasha and Dr. Ruben Abati of Arise TV. It dey hurt my correct people them. She said you cannot discredit a woman who holds the full receipt. You cannot shame a voice that speaks from a place of pure truth, experience and integrity. I am not like Tasha, and no amount of noise on your compromised stage called Arise TV will change the fact. In the end, truth is not determined by who shouts loudest, but by who shows up with evidence. I see they also, and on that score, your heroine has already lost. I remember your local village girl with integrity, Professor Mbeke. Oh my goodness, my people, I see the hot. This woman is not backing down. She have equally exposed Senator Natasha's phone numbers in case you want to call. Who knows, maybe by now, she had been exposed this in last week. Probably by now, she might have changed her phone numbers and blocked it, probably, destroy her SIM card so that she will not be traceable. But at least the evidence she have posted shows that, yeah, this woman have a link, she have a conversation with Senator Natasha. Although Natasha have never come out to say that she did not do anything or whatever, No, she did not do such a thing. My correct people, them, I see the hot. This evidence, be here. This is a 1 hour live 1 hour live exposition of Senator Natasha's allegations against, not just allegation against Akpabio, but all she have conspired to do and how to bring down Yoruba people.
Before then, someone called me a leader of a political party. I'm going to withhold his name for now, for some reasons, because the case has been investigated. I don't want to mess up what the authorities are doing. And he said to me that, ma'am, we love the way you are fighting for Natasha, and we are recruiting women like you, Dr. Obi Ezekwesili, to go fight for Natasha and make XYZ allegations, and that he would love me to speak to Natasha and help Natasha to ensure she gets justice. I said, okay, no problems, but let me speak to the person you're talking about. That was when Natasha called me on the 27th of March, 2025. So when she called me, and if you check my page, Prof. Mbeke, I'm Dr. Sandra Duru, but Prof. Mbeke is my media page, my platform, where I unfold the truth. And if you call me, if you check there, I have a disclaimer. Once you call me, it records automatically, because I don't have the time for people like Natasha that will tomorrow come back to say, I said what I didn't say, or she said what I didn't represent. So that was recorded, the first day conversation. And that wasn't the only conversation. She got closer to me. And we became like sisters or friends that tried to talk to her after I got to know the truth. Natasha came and she started offering me money. The first she said she has this problem with this Senate president, and explained to me everything. She thanked me. We talked personal things, which I won't let out for now because it's her privacy, about her life, about her mom. We talked a lot. And the question I asked, Natasha, if you want me to represent you, can I know the truth? She said to me that she started dropping names, I won't mention all, that she has already she has already paid Dr. Obi Ezekwesili. How much do I want? I made her understand it's not all about money. Just talk to me. why are you fighting? What is the problem? What did they do to you? She now explained to me the truth. Are we there?
Yeah.
She explained to me, and Natasha told me bluntly, she said, babe, there was nothing like sexual harassment. I was shocked. To be honest with you guys, I broke down. Because if you check my page, I was already fighting. If you go and see the things I posted about that man, the Senate president, you'll cry for him. I was fighting. I had contacted UN agencies because I'm a member of the UN Council. I've contacted everyone. I'm the president of TUFF, the Unique Family Foundation, that has UN ECOSOC status and the rest of them in the United States. Honestly, I took the battle. Go check my page. I didn't erase anything. I left everything there. I was out to fight for Natasha. I was ready for the battle against the Senate president. So when she now started explaining things to me, in the course of the explanation, she was so relaxed. She was so calm. She opened up a lot of things to me. Our conversation wasn't just one or two, which the security agencies have already verified. And she was bold enough to tell me that she has paid Dr. Obi Ezekwesili, that she recruited Dr. Obi Ezekwesili, that's not a big deal, I can do it. I said, did you tell Dr. Obi that these things are not true? She said, they know. We are women. We can't let these men be doing this to us. We have to fight. Let's just use gender-based whatever. At that point, I became a little bit, at that point, I became a little bit, I wasn't happy. I was sad. Let me put it that way, because the way I came out to fight, and I told myself, what do I do now? How do I go back to the people out there? So the wisdom came. I relaxed. She said, are you there? I said, yes, I'm listening. Yeah, I'm with you. Go ahead, talk. So she started telling me a lot of things. But the area that I was interested in, I had to redirect her back to the question. She now said, it didn't happen. I don't have evidence. That was why I sent Dr. Obi Ezekwesili, Mrs. Abiola or Dr. Abiola, and FIDA. FIDA means Federation of Women Lawyers in Nigeria. You were recruited, and she called you guys useful idiots. That she recruited useful idiots. Women that can speak and be heard. You are now Natasha's useful idiots. And she was wondering why I cannot join her on Arise TV to do the same thing. And the question is, why always Arise TV? She said she has bought them. That's the, what did she call it? What was that word? That is the, whatever